Okay, this is 1977's code book. This is ACI. I want to read you under 7.66 bundle bars under this suggestion down here. When I say suggestion, sorry guys, I'm tongue-tied today. Bond research. I do a lot of pull-out tests, etc. And I state this frequently that I don't like rebar that is in line with each other like this, like that. That it's a weak bond. It creates a shear plane, I call it. And I've had many engineers on YouTube and only on YouTube actually, never in person, state that I'm talking trash about the inline of the rebar not having any significance to it. That you can butt them up and line them like that and then overlap. Clearly, they missed this part of the code where it states bond research showed that bar cutoffs within bundles should be, it says should, right? That's a should. It's not a must. It's not a must. So it should be staggered. And now if you go to number 11, it's different game, but that's under size number 11 bars. But should be staggered. And we're talking about under size 11 here. This is a quick video to just show you that stagger your rebar, all right? Just don't line it up. Just don't line up all your rebar. Do the effort. Keep it out of the tension zone of your slab, of your span. About that. Keep it out of the underside tension zone, the bottom steel. Of course, you do want it in a tension steel here at the say the column area. You do want the tension steel there. Now I'm going to get into videos, and I'm going to talk to you about. That we know concrete, everyone in the world knows now pretty much concrete is weak in tension from all the videos. But when we talk about its failure, when they do the testing and bring concrete to failure, it's always at the top pretty much where it starts to fracture. And when they're compressing testing it, around thereabouts, there's many different shapes of that failure. But as soon as it gets a little bit of failure, that's it. It's now met failure zone. It's basically considered ultimate failure pretty much as soon as you get your first fracture. And that may be up at the top. And so you really don't know what the max you can get out of this concrete is because they write it off pretty much right then. They don't crush it down to, 1 inch size and they go, okay, now we know it's full capacity. So this is a short video of all videos me, right? So how do you connect this steel from here to here on a slab that's only 9.5 inches? Well, they don't. They connect it. Well, they don't with steel. They do it with the concrete. Of all things, to connect this steel to this steel, they're doing it in with the steel, hoping that the steel doesn't deflect much from here. But they're also doing it within the tension created in the concrete, the bond strength from here to here, which would be a tension at one point and compressive on one side. Let me see if I can get this right for you guys. You've got your neutral axis where this right about there is where the handoff is. Neutral axis does change through the failure. As it's failing, neutral axis will shift position. So if you get a crack in your deck, your neutral axis has changed at that location. It's not the same as it is now without the crack. Once you get a crack, neutral axis has been changed. And a profile of the deck has been changed. A crack out here means your deck is stressing at a certain point, and the whole profile has changed. Should not be considered as, trying to line it up for you guys. It should not be considered as behaving the same at this point. It's now a different profile behavior failure. Now, I want to show you that. I want you to imagine that this comes over and up here, the steel, that's what those crank bar details look like with a hook back here would be ideal. Hooks are anchors is what it amounts to. Hooks, I didn't say I said are an anchor type to stop it from sliding out, giving you more anchorage so that the rebar here doesn't slide forward as much. It won't slide forward. It locks it in until you get the ultimate failure. But again, the connection from here to here is done via concrete, and it's in tension, but also through binding it and physics of it. It can't flex if this is in the way. So it can't flex down if this column's in the way. But you see the flex here. What happens when I try to flex? You see what happens? I'm creating tension between this steel and this steel. This one wants to hold here at the column, let's say L-shape, rabbit ears as I call them for you guys, the shear heads, 14 inches out and then down, and also it's anchored back here, let's call it. But this wants to flex. Now watch what happens when I flex it. I create a break here. See the flex? I create a break here, and that break right here, if you took a core sample, would show that the break, if you drilled down and took the core sample, including my flex deck, you would find that the rebar, of course, separated right there where the concrete is. This is what I'm trying to show you how we get those core samples broken up like that, is that some flex, some deflection took place. I'm not saying it didn't rebound either to some degree because of the cars being loading on and off. But that would give us our break in our rebar, because our rebar does not present as fully rusted. And I'll blow your mind with rust right now. Let's blow your mind. And then we'll end it with the blown mind. So under the code, it states that rust and mill scale on bond. Sorry, I'm reading through the cell phone, so it's kind of weird to do this. Okay. Rust and mill scale on bond, on bond characteristics of deformed reinforced bars, which I call the ribs. When I'm referring to it as when you see deformed guys, that's the ribs of it. And research has shown that a normal amount of rust increases bond. Show that a normal amount of rust increases bond. All right, I'm going to end the video with that to blow your mind about a lot of people just hating on rust. And normal amount of rust. Now, what's normal? Did they define it? No, but this is ACI for you. This is why I'm not a big fan of ACI. They do things like that, and then they don't tell you what's normal. Well, a normal rust is relative, isn't it? Through its cycle period. How did they do the testing to do that? That's not disclosed on how they did it, or nor do they show the factors on it. This is more like a partnership with the steel company saying, yeah, we're going to have rust, so let's let it go. We can't just say it should be rust-free. It's the oxygen and the water content you really want to get down. Of course, the chlorides. I'm going to end this video. I just wanted to give you a teaser, and I have more data, of course. I data stack for you guys. I can't give it all to you at once because you'd be overwhelmed. I guess I'll give you one more that I love so much, is welded wire fabric. Smooth or deformed. Deformed is the way to go. If you're going to be doing this concrete work and you want to make it easy, just get yourself some wire fabric. 4-inch slab, get the 4-inch squares. 6-inch slab, get the 6-inch squares. 9-inch slab, make it 9-inch squares. All right, it's simple. It's a simple formula that a rule of thumb that works best. 12-inch sucks. 12-inch sucks. This 12-inch spacing of rebar sucks. I'm just letting you know that now. In general, period. It just doesn't work. The overlap, the tension in it. It's just, I'll get back to that. It's another video, and I can show you. I'll show you how I get to that statement. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.